in in this video I'm going to talk about camera following. Okay, the camera will follow. Okay, follow the player. Okay, we're gonna control that with script, with C sharp script. Okay, in the X position only, camera will follow the player in the X position only. So we need the player position. Okay, we need the player. So what we gonna do, we're gonna create another script. Okay, right click, create, and C sharp script, call it follow. Okay, call it follow and open that up in Visual Studio. Okay, open that up in Visual Studio. So what we need, firstly we need the player. Okay, player position. So what we gonna do, we're gonna create public. Okay, public transform. Okay, means position, transform we will call player. Okay, transform, this mean player position. Okay, and head back to unity, control s and head back to unity. You will able to see an empty field of transform. Okay, so we firstly need to add the script to the main camera. Okay, firstly we need to add the script to the main camera. It's completing domain. So if I now select the camera, okay, select the camera and add component, add this script. You just can drag it there, or you can find over here like follow, as you can see, and hit enter. As you can see, an empty transform field appear player. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna drag that, okay, we're gonna drag that. So now we have reference of that player position. What we gonna do, uh, we don't need this start function, we're gonna get rid of that. And we need update function. We're gonna follow the player in each frame. Okay, so what we're gonna do, transform. Okay, transform, the transform. Okay, transform dot position means the current position of camera, whatever this script attaching with. If like this, we are attaching this script to our main camera. So what we are doing, so transform dot position is the current position of camera. Okay, we're going to set, okay, new vector 3. Vector 3 is a three-dimensional data. It has x, y, and z axis. Okay, it has x, y, and z axis. We're gonna set, okay, x comma y comma z. Okay, so it has x, y, z position. What we gonna do, we're gonna follow the player in the only x direction. Okay, x direction, not y direction. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna replace the current, replace that to player. Okay, player dot position dot x. So our current position, transform dot position is the current position, and we are setting that in the x direction to our player position. So it will set up our current position. Okay, will be in the x direction of player position. If the player goes like this, if I select the player goes like this, so camera will go with it in the x direction. Okay, the player will go in the x direction. Okay, so what we gonna do, in the y direction we don't need to follow that. So what we gonna do, we're gonna do transform. Okay, transform dot position dot y, meaning transform dot position dot y means current position in the y direction of the camera. Okay, so we are not setting it to player dot position dot y. We just only going to follow the player in the x direction. That's why we are just setting the current position in the x direction, player dot position dot x. We are not setting the transform dot position dot y is the current position in the y direction of the camera. Okay, and we also gonna set transform, we also not gonna follow the z axis, so we also going to do transform dot position dot set. Okay, transform dot position dot z means the current position. Okay, current position of camera in the z direction. Okay, so we are just only replacing the x1. So we are setting to the x player x position. Okay, transform dot position over here is the current position. We setting in the x direction to our player dot position dot x in the x direction of player, and we are not setting in the y direction, so that's why we just doing transform dot position dot y, means the current position in the y direction of the camera, and the transform dot position dot z is the current position in the z direction of camera. So control s, okay, control s and add back to unity. You will able to see the camera will follow the player in the x direction only, because we set our x direction of camera to our player player position in the x direction. So what do we, so if I hit play, okay, if I hit play, you will able to see that, okay, you will able to see that, as you can see it's following in the x direction, okay, x direction, not y direction or z direction, as you can see, okay, it's just following x direction only. So camera, as you can see, camera going with the player in the x direction, as you can see x direction. That's what this video, okay. So in the next video we will cover up the patrolling enemy behavior, okay. And thanks for watching. If you are new to my channel, then subscribe it, okay. You will get more tutorials about video game development. And lastly, thanks for watching this video, okay.